The nemesis of our Gen Zs is that they don't want to humble themselves. Nobody wants to be humble to learn. Everybody wants to be self-made, just like it cannot happen. Even in the dark world, even in Yahoo, you must submit to somebody in HK to learn work. When you even cash out, they will give you a percent. They will not give you the whole money. They will collect that money and give you a little of it because you are still an apprentice. So if you have skill, find someone that has same skill and learn from him. Because in learning from him, you have cut off years of mistakes that he did. The honest truth is that there is no scarcity of job. The more blessed job is being self-employed. We are not trying to exempt the government. Government have a share, at a major share. We will blame government. But however, in our economy like this, my brother, you have to fight for yourself. And there are employment opportunities everywhere. There are businesses you can start with zero capital. Let me not say entirely a zero capital. Nowadays, a lot of people are not employed, but social media have employed them. They are gainfully employed with social media. Digital marketing. Nobody taught me digital marketing. I learned it myself. Social media have employed you already. So just find one nice topic and talk about. Teach people about something that they don't know before. Or what they seem to know, but they have forgotten. People will love you, people will follow you, and that, content will give you a lot of money. Another one is real estate. I don't need to build a house to sell it. I don't need to build a house to rent it. The first capital is you.
The first capital is you.
You are the capital.
And so people will be thinking that their uncle in abroad need to send them let's say 50 million first before they cannot start.
My brother, if you are not capital cannot work for you. Capital is not the amount of money you use to start business. Capital is the inbuilt ability that makes money work.
Wow.
The external capital is the cash that you have or you are given or you have access to. The real capital is the one inside you. So as I am now, I am capital. If I live here now and travel to Abuja, if I start business, it will prosper. Because why? I'm the capital.
So it's about you.
It's about me. You understand? It's about what I have, the gain, the exposure I've given myself, the trainings I've allowed myself go through. You understand? The things I've bent my neck over to learn, to insist that I must learn it. So there is nowhere you will take me to now, except you take me to a country where those things are not necessary. And there is no country that does not have real estate.
Every country.
There is no country that does not run media. There is no country that does not run food. Man must eat.
Man must eat. And these are great opportunities.
See, there are industries that if you find yourself there, just position yourself. You are made for life.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's another day with Orange Vibes, business and lifestyle. And it has been an awesome moment all through having diverse kinds of conversation in business areas and lifestyle, talking about so many things here which are very educational for you to learn from. And we have a special guest today. And before I introduce a special guest, I would like to call on my colleague, Mr. Onoche Tony, a brand strategist, a co-founder of Toda Media. Mr. Onoche Tony, how has been this sector over time?
Yeah, thank you so much. In fact, I'm so happy to be part of this program, this podcast platform. I'm just so happy because this is a platform that will really, really inspire you, especially if you're that type that is, hungry for success and really want to, move further in life. This is a platform that is designed for you. Now, it will build you not just your mental capacity, but also your financial capacity and all of that. Because what we have here is Orange Vibe, business and lifestyle. So don't go nowhere. Keep watching Toda Orange Vibe. And also, my colleague here, Mr. Dan, is a very fantastic person. Guess what? His profession is motion graphic and also a content creator and a cinematographer. So if you're looking for a complete package in the media space, you're still going to have him there. Thank you so much.
Welcome back. So, without further ado, I would like to go straight to introduce our guest in the house. Our guest is the MD of Max Mark Global Investment, and he's vast into properties, homes, renters, and everything. You're just going to hear so much from him. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have the honor to welcome Mr. Ilo Peters. Sir, you're welcome. Good to have you in the studio today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting
You're
me.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, Mr. Peters, how has been the sector over time? Being into the real estate sector, how has been? What are the challenges and things you have seen over time?
Oh, thank you for that question. The real estate sector is a very wonderful sector in the economy because you can't only talk about economic development and you wouldn't mention real estate. And over time it has exploded exponentially. It has grown exponentially in the sense that things that have not been happening are now happening. Most people don't buy a house, most people don't build houses anymore. They prefer to buy. And over time you've seen that the acquisition of houses by individual corporate organizations, has grown. More people now are more enlightened in real estate because it's one of that avenue where you can easily amass wealth. There's nobody that is rich today that doesn't have real estate. You can't talk about wealth without talking about real estate. So is one of the sector that if you want to grow your wealth, if you want to invest accurately and securely, real estate is there for you.
Thank you so much for this. But you know what? I think we're going to take it to a different twist for now, please, because we need to balance this whole thing. Are you getting it? Now, I want to look at the area of opportunity. You understand? This real estate in question is actually a very huge opportunity. Are you getting that? But before we start talking about the real estate itself, I would like us to have a discussion in the aspect of empowerment, whereby there are some youth in society right now. They don't know what to do. You understand?
True.
They don't know that there are thousands of opportunity out there. And so they are gallivanting, causing nuisance in the street. So right now, I want to ask this question. First of all, let's look at the area of skill acquisition. Okay. Now, most youths, and it's in this our era, they shy away from skill acquisition. Why? Because they are looking for sharp money. They want to hammer, all those things. You know what I'm saying? So now, what's your advice? Because those kind of people that have that mindset.
My advice to them is to refrain from whatever quick rich get scheme that they are oriented with. Because these things comes with orientation. You understand? Nothing happens without orientation, directly or indirectly. You understand? So over time, they have oriented themselves with what they have seen. Probably their colleague did something quickly and cashed out. And they believe that is our orientation. Man is educated every day. Every day you step out of your house, you are educated. What you see, pass by, what you dream of, what you see. Things that are happening is an orientation. It's stored in your memory. So somehow, maybe they have seen that if I follow the trend of my friend that, did one or two, pressed one or two buttons, like they used to say, and he cashed that. If I follow that way to my future will be bright. There is no road there. There is no road there. I can't advise anybody. There is no system that pays, that does not have a process or a procedure to pass through. And although every system might have a process or procedure, you understand, it still depends because none of them is free. So my advice to those that don't want to go and that are looking for quick rich gets, refrain. Because at the end of the day, you hurt yourself, you hurt your generation, you hurt your family.
And some of them, they have this method of, I beg, now those days when they learn handwork, Jerry. I've seen a lot of people like that too. What's your take?
The hard truth is that whom God is going to bless is through handwork. God cannot bless you. Even the devil self can't do anything with you if you don't have handwork.
You have something.
But more especially, you must have a handwork and skill. If you don't have work, have skill. If you don't have skill, have talent. If you have talent, don't just because I have talent, build on your talent. Look for those that have similar talent liaise with them. If they are already professionals in that area of field, serve them, work with them, be their apprentice, learn from them. A lot of people don't know that it's easier for you to make money or to be wealthy if you serve someone who is already wealthy.
Please, again. They don't get it. This is very key.
It's easier for you to be wealthy if you serve someone who is already wealthy. Even Bible says, be followers of them who by faith and patience have obtained the promise. No follow who know no road.
Exactly. Follow who know road, though.
You understand me? So if you have talent, don't just bank on I have talent. There is something called talent refining, where you refine your talent, you brush it, you sharpen it. And how you can sharpen it is you find someone that has already sharpened it and have grown in that field. You follow him. You understand? And that's where the place of mentorship comes in. That's where the place of apprenticeship comes in. Do you understand? So my advice to you is find somebody who have what you are looking for. All you can give him is service. There is no big man that does not need help. Every big man, every wealthy man needs help. And he needs help up to the point that he wants a gate man. He needs help up to the help that he wants a chef. Yeah, I want someone that will be washing my car. I want a driver. In fact, the easiest one is the driver. Do you understand? If you can get something that they need on a daily basis, you have access to them. And you can serve them. And in serving them, whatever they know, whatever they have learned, they can easily pass it on to you. So I have skill, I have talent, I have a ambition or a dream or vision. Find someone who have done. There's nothing new in the face of the earth. Whatever you are doing, someone have done it and have succeeded far away. So that's my take. That's what everybody asks me. Like you said, the whole is, in fact, it's sad that in our economy today, there are so many youth that they don't want to be gainfully employed. They don't want to sharpen their skills. They just want to be,
They just want to blow.
They just want to wake up and they are rich.
They are rich. And that's the problem we're having now.
They just want to wake up and they are made.
I just want to have everything. I don't want to do anything, but I want to have everything. And I think one of the issue concerning these subjects, because I like the way you painted the picture, a lot of people, like, when you see somebody who has gone that path, it is very easy for you to follow that person and get to your destination. If that line is your passion, and it's very easy. So I like but one of the deception of this age, I think social media is a high contributor to these things, because you get to see people in social media, they always appear rich and they looks like that, but they are telling you as if there is no process to how they got there. But there's always a process that will lead you to that height that you want to get to.
Exactly.
So many people don't want to pass through those processes.
Exactly.
So, and do you know, there is something I discovered recently. I discovered that every young guys you see, they want to dress like the musicians who passed through process and has gotten to that top already. Yeah. They just want to dress like them. That's why you see the dressing. Haven't you seen guys making dreads, plating those kind of hair? Because why? The picture of what they have is that they want to be like those guys who has already at that top, but they don't want to pass through process to that place. But they just want to. A lot of people said, I want to be like Obi Kubana, but they didn't know the story. I want to be like this person. They don't know the story.
They want the glory, deny the story.
Yes, they just want the glory. So I really like that's a wonderful pointer, like that he made. Like that's heavy. Looking at our country, Nigeria, looking at the diverse opportunity of work, networking, and everything, especially the social media era. Because I've seen a lot of people just like that. They just did one or two, like they're up. People still complain that there is scarcity of job. And they blame government. What do you say about this?
Well, the honest truth is that there is no scarcity of job. There is no the more blessed job is being self-employed. the more blessed job is being self-employed. We are not trying to exempt the government. Government have a share.
Yeah.
When we talk about scarcity of job, quote and unquote, government have a share there, at a major share there, because a lot of people not employed is as a result of economic issues. You understand? Talking about power, not 24 hours. Do you know what 24 hours electricity will do to a nation like Nigeria? Do you know the kind of employment rate that will go up? Because of that, a lot of people will not be employed. Talking about factory, textile industry. Do you know how many people that can be employed in textile industry? Do you know how many people that can be employed in factories? Factories cannot employ so much people now because they are already, rather than they employ people, they already use that money to buy diesel. The generator maintenance. Because power must be on. So they will put a whole lot of workload on one man and bargain salary with him. So talking about unemployed, we can't really, we won't say we will not blame government. We will blame government. But however, in our economy like this, my brother, you have to fight for yourself. And there are employment opportunities everywhere. Like I said earlier, the more blessed job is the one you self-employ yourself. And I used to tell people, there are businesses you can start with zero capital. Let me not say entirely a zero capital. If you can subscribe, I think last week I did Glow for one of my staff. When I Glow give 1.5, is it 1.5 or 2.5 for 7,500 gig? Well, do you know, and you have a smartphone, you know how many content you can shoot with that data and be uploading there. Nowadays, a lot of people are not employed, but social media have employed them. They are gainfully employed with social media. Digital marketing. Nobody taught me digital marketing. I learned it myself. Because I was starting a business and I don't have money to start paying professionals to market for me. Using digital, using Facebook, Instagram, and the rest. I had to start reading it, checking Instagram. So I educated myself and I learned how to do it. And it was working. And I did it over and over again, and I saw that I was getting better at it. You know that I can easily start monetizing that. I didn't even know what I was doing I was building something for myself. It was just because I couldn't pay as at the stage where I was. So I had to start doing. So we cannot say there is no employment. Social media have employed you already. So just find one nice topic and talk about. Teach people about something that they don't know before. You know that people would like to follow you and listen to you when you start teaching them about what they don't know. Or what they seem to know but they are forgotten. People will love you, people will follow you, and that, content will give you a lot of money. Another one is real estate. I don't need to build a house to sell it. I don't need to build a house to rent it. All I just need to do is position as a middleman. In fact, middleman is one of the biggest employment opportunities now.
Exactly, yes. I agree with that.
You are looking for a car. I know who wants to sell. Most billionaire businesses today are middlemen. I tell you the honest truth. Dangote is a middleman.
Wow.
He has refinery that refines. He's not the owner of the crude oil. It's natural resources. He brings it. He refines it. He sells it. The crux is that he's a middleman. You understand? He's bringing it to the end user. I'm in real estate. I've never built a house before. But the one I started, I've not even finished. But I've sold houses. I've rented luxury houses for people. The luxury one I'm building self. Even the one where they my papa, my village, I never finished them. Though it's not, I'm not. Well, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to, you have data. So you can start a business without capital. The first capital is you.
The first capital is you.
You are the capital.
And so people will be thinking that their uncle in abroad need to send them like, let's say 50 million first before they cannot start.
My brother, if you are not capital cannot work for you. Capital is not the amount of money you use to start business. Capital is the inbuilt ability. that makes money work.
Wow.
The external capital is the cash that you have, or you are given, or you have access to. The real capital is the one inside you. So as I am now, I am capital. If I live here now and travel to Abuja, I will start. If I start business, it will prosper because why? I'm the capital.
So it's about you.
It's about me. You understand? It's about what I have, the gain, the exposure I've given myself, the trainings I've allowed myself go through. You understand? The things I've bent my neck over to learn, to insist that I must learn it. So there is nowhere you will take me to now, except you take me to a country where those things are not necessary. And there is no country that does not have real estate.
Every country.
There is no country that does not run media. There is no country that does not run food. Man must eat.
Man must eat. And these are great opportunities.
See, there are industries that if you find yourself there, just position yourself, you are made for life. And such industries don't really need so much money to start it. But we can talk about that. Maybe
We can do justice to that. Because there is a lot to educate people. To be honest, there's a lot to educate people. To be honest. Now, sorry for cutting you. Now, while you are saying something, I was meant to understand that, back to the issue of skill. You understand? It's very, very important. But I've met some people. They said that, oh God, I sabi sing, I get skill, but I know sabi make money inside. So I think there is a part you can talk about in that side, an aspect of, because one thing to have a skill, another thing is to
know how to
monetize it.
But it's very simple now. On social media, social media is one of the biggest educator in our generation today. There's nothing you look for there, you will not find it. Social media have given you access to the whole world, and anybody can look at you there. You have voice, you can sing, and you have phone, you can record yourself. You might not be able to afford ring light or the whole light things. Use the natural atmosphere. Just make yourself look good. Wear nice clothes. Keep videoing yourself singing. I can't remember her name, but there's this lady on social media. She's singing. I don't think she's Nigerian, but she sings literally all Nigerian songs. All top artists. She used to sing their song, and she has gotten.
I think I've seen her.
She has gotten so much view.
The views has become massive.
And do you know how much she make per content that she puts out there? So you can sing. You don't see, like you said. Sorry to cut you short. Like you said, the picture that a lot of people have is what is stopping them from their glory. And that picture is, I can sing. So therefore, I want to be like maybe Mercy Chinwo. I want to be like Sinach. Or I want to be like Tiwa Savage. Or Asake. Or Burna Boy. So those people become your idol, forgetting that you are unique in your own way. And there is something about you that if you bring it, the same people that loved these people you are looking out for, the same people will love you for your uniqueness. Do you understand? So if you haven't found you, it will be difficult for you to grow, even through social media that have given you access to global nations. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said the first capital is you. You are that first person. So you can sing and your voice is nice. Keep putting it on social media. Then find out people that started doing the same thing that you are doing. How did they grow over time? You find that they are tagging bloggers. There are bloggers that are looking for content. They are middlemen. That's why I told you middlemen are the greatest. Look at Tunde Ednor today, he's a middleman. He does not provide it, he does not shoot content. He takes content and posts. And do you know how he gets the content? People tag him. So he's not even looking for content.
He's not stressing himself.
He's just in his comfort zone, checking tags. And if he sees one that will give him more money, he will post it on his platform. And if he now finds favor, if he now likes you especially, he will keep posting you. And before you know it, you're up.
I think there's another pointer here. The pointer is the part where you position yourself. Let people identify you for what you do. Don't be scattered.
Yes.
Once you position, people can now identify with what you do. You understand? Okay, just like the likes of Tunde Ednor now. Now, Tunde Ednor position himself as a blogger. So So he doesn't need to go out there to the stage and start asking, you guys should give me video, because he has positioned himself.
And he has
People are
gained
not-
that influence. He didn't just position himself, he has gained
that
the influence
influence.
over time. You understand? And there are many people like him that they are not even doing it, and they have that such reach by his having.
Exactly.
You understand? So you can't say you can leverage on these people's platform by shooting good content, bringing out your uniqueness. Don't look at Tiwa that no. She has created a path for herself and she's traveling on that. Look for your own path. Start with where you are. So that's why even Bible says, do not
despise.
do not despise the days of little beginning. Start where you. If I tell you how I started, my brother, oh my God. If I tell you how I started my journey in real estate, you will know that God exists. I don't need to preach Jesus to you. You will know. You understand what I'm saying? So you have skill, you have skill, you can monetize it, but don't be quick to monetize.
Yes.
When you don't have the reach, even to monetize, you need money to monetize. You understand? You don't have the reach, you don't have the influence, you don't have the crowd. So why are you looking for monetization? Start leveraging on platforms, on bloggers, on posts, on people that, that can give you that reach that you're looking for. Shoot good content with them, tag them, let them and be consistent, because consistency is key to achieving goals.
It's key.
And above all, don't depend on that. Because that is your passion does not mean you eat from it. There are so many people that have passion and they are begging. You must have something that is feeding you. You can even be a 9 to 6 worker. I started real estate, but I was working in VI as a 9 to 5 worker, from 9 to 6. I was doing real estate in my office. But I devoted my time to the office. I wasn't mismanaging my official time. But real estate is something you can just receive a call during your break hour. 30 minutes break hour, you sort 1 or 2 deals and you are back to your work. You understand what I'm saying? Gradually, I started it. I started building it. So, you're not seeing me today. You think I didn't start today. Not today.
A process.
There are process and that is the beauty about when you want to venture into the same business and you know that this is where God have called you, or this is where you thrive. Find someone who have passed through the rigor and the rough edges of it. Humble yourself and let the nemesis of our Gen Zs is that they don't want to humble themselves. Nobody wants to be humble to learn. Everybody wants to be self-made, just like it cannot happen. Even in the dark world, even in Yahoo, you must submit to somebody in HK to learn work. When you even cash out, they will give you a percent. They will not give you the whole money. They will collect that money and give you a little of it because you are still an apprentice. So if you have skill, find someone that have same skill and learn from him. Because in learning from him, you have cut off years of mistakes that he did. If I say I want to learn media now, and I don't even I just have interest in media, I'll come to you. Sir, how can I be of help? Give me job, give me work. You might say, we can't pay you whatever you can pay me, sir. I'm okay. I'm here to learn. I will give myself 6 months. And I will learn it. Let me give you an example. There's a friend of mine when I was in, because I schooled in Unilag. He was a year ahead of me. This guy did, I think he did political science. But he's a strong tech guy today, making thousands of dollars. When he graduated, he found there's no job for him. But over time, tech began to call his soul. He's in office where he's working. He's finding that he's always looking at programming, all these things. His interest is, he started watching videos on how to program, all these things. After a while, he decided to start taking a course. So when he closed from office, he stayed extra hours in the office learning programming on YouTube. Before he needs, he gathered some skills, started doing some program, this thing they call side hustle.
Yeah.
Started using as a side hustle. So if you want to do websites, if you want to do, call me. If you want to do this one, call me. If you want to do graphic design, call me. If you want to do, started using as a side hustle. Gradually, he started making enough money that he didn't need to do 9 to 5 work again. And then started working for himself. From started working for himself, and after there's more to tech. He can be as an app engineer, people that build app that they put on Play Store and App Store and all those stuff. He built himself to that standard. Before he saw an application that this one big tech company were looking for engineers, people that build app, especially for foreign countries. I said he applied for it. But when they saw his CV, political engineer, BSc, he said, what is BSc? People that were coming for the interview, people with master's degree in engineering, in tech, people with PhD were coming for the same interview. He only have BSc and some few courses he has done. My brother, he said he went for the interview. You know if he even open mouth talk. They gave them physical, practical work to do. To his biggest surprise, it was so simple for him. Long story short, the guy did the interview, he passed it. He was the only one that was selected.
What?
If you see how much they are paying this guy now. But what did he do? He first of all, he paid the price.
That's the thing. That's the thing. The main thing is the price. Even if you are not in that field, the main thing is the price. He was diligent enough and took that time, even those extra hours.
Yes.
It was that, for me, I see stuff like that as a cost. Yeah. I see that's that time, it really cost him those extra hours.
Yes.
It has baited something big inside. Even people in the field now, he has overthrown them.
Yeah. That's why I said,
Wow.
that's why I said, it really did not cost much to self-employ yourself or to work for big organizations. There's a statement that someone shared in my church. He said that he studied tech in university. But when he came out, he found that it's highly competitive to get a job in the tech space. Not more of now get a job in the tech space that will pay you well. So he said he now went for the hardest part of tech, which was AI. As he finished it like this, the company was looking for someone to employ. That was the only reason they employed him. This guy went from earning, was it 200 or 300,000 to earning 6 figures.
Wow.
The guy is no longer in Nigeria now. They took him out of Nigeria. Straight up. The company is a global company. He told him to come and work in the head office. But he took the decision that since he's highly competent and nobody wants to go to the AI side of tech, let me go there. Let me pay the price and do the hard one. And that's what he did. So the message here is, can you pay the price? Can you pay the price? Because nothing works except somebody works it. Somebody must pay the price for something to work. You can't just be there and jumping from one and hoping that one day, manna will fall from heaven. It doesn't work that way. And a lot of you need to come to that understanding and realization that it doesn't work that way.
Okay, no, this is very, very fantastic. Like, I'm so impressed, honestly, because you made a whole lot of points. First of all, it has to do with sacrifice. Okay. Yeah. Number 2, be humble.
Yeah.
Be humble. Be willing to learn. Attain that skill. Learn from people who has gone there before, who has gotten there before. Humble yourself. And at the end of the day, the sky will be your beginning. All right. Thank you so much.
So also to add, to add.
Okay.
You might be saying, these people are far away from, because I like to talk about how. Just to come and give I like talking about, because me, I like the how thing. Don't tell me the high thing. Tell me I'll do it this way, do it, and I'll get the result. So these people they're high, they're up there. How can I get to know how they did it?
Okay.
The first thing first is look for their interviews. Have they granted any interview that they spoke about their personal self, how they grew up? Like you said, everyone want to be like Obi Kubana running business. I have to find a video where Obi Kubana was, I think he was interviewed, or someone was talking about the interview he had, he has not released, and Obi Kubana reviewed how he got to where he is today. The man made sacrifice. You understand what I'm saying? So I listened to Pastor Jerry Eze. People are saying the richest pastor now is the richest one. And we can see clearly that the man is shutting down stadiums, shutting down the largest stadiums of the world, doing massive global evangelism. You know, thousands of dollars and pounds going down for one mission. And he keeps on doing it. But the question is, have you bothered to think of? And he has become an inspiration to so many ministers now. The question is, you want to be like him, right? Have you listened to how he started from ground zero?
So you can listen to them. If they have books, you read it.
If they have books, you read it.
Consume their materials and all of that.
There's a man, to round it up, there's a man in my village. This man served what we call boy. He did apprenticeship. But now he's a billionaire. When I talk about one of the biggest billionaires in my town, he's the one. He's in pharmaceutical industry now. In fact, my dad did me one of the biggest gifts. He bought me one of his books, and in that book, he spoke about how he started from scratch. So if you must get there, find out how they did it, listen to their tapes, read their books. Somehow, somewhere in the midst of this, they've spoken how. And that is what is going to get you to where you are going to. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peter. Like,
You're welcome.
I'm so impressed. This platform, it's a very, very, very educating one, because all of this that you're saying now, I know some of the youth must have heard some, but they might probably not have seen it in this version. So I really, really appreciate the fact that you do justice to all of this. But I think, the beginning part, we talked about the area of real estate. I think we should take it back to the real estate part, because that is exactly what you do, right?
Yeah.
Exactly what you do. So let's look at how people who are interested in the part, because this issue of skill acquisition and all of that, making money, getting an opportunity in the social media space and all of that, it requires you looking at different areas of business. Okay. Yeah. So now I'm sure a lot of people are interested in the real estate. Yeah. And real estate is still also wide. Yeah. So I think let's do justice to the part of renters. I'm sure some people are not really seeing opportunity in that area. Okay. And you have been into it for some time. Tell us about it more. The rent, especially here in Lagos.
Thank you so much. You see, the business of rental and real estate is one that's vast. And when I say vast, I mean you can decide to be on maybe one area of the rental. So what do I mean by that? When we talk about rental, we have about three. The first one is annual rent, which is the general one that everybody knows. You understand? Which is the general one that I believe almost 80% of Nigerians are doing, where I pay my rent annually for 1 year. And we have monthly rent. There are some people that they don't want to pay for 1 year because they don't stay here. They just want to come here, do business for 1 or 2 months, and they go. There are people that I just need a furnished house where I can stay for 2 months, 3 months, and I'm out. And there's the one we call short let. The one I would just want to stay for 2 days, 3 days, or max 1 week, and I'm out. You understand? So when we talk about rental, these are the categories. At least the one I can remember right now. These are the categories. Then we will now also talk about shared apartments too. Although shared apartment is still under the 1 year annual rent. But this time around, I like to stay in a luxury house. Not like luxury, but at least somewhere, that looks. I'll go for shared apartment, where someone rents a 4-bedroom, rents the room out, even rent the sitting room self, convert it to a room and rent it out. Yes, sir. So I'm saying all this to say that there are opportunities. And if you say you want to be on short let alone, that will pay you a lot of money if you are very serious with what you are doing. If you say you want to stay on annual rent alone, that's a lot of money for you. If you still want to say you want to stay in monthly rent, that's still a lot of money for you. You understand? So the opportunities are enormous. The question is, what do you want? And what do you want to do with the opportunities that are available? And a lot of people don't know. You understand? A lot of people don't know. Other opportunities that, okay, someone like, okay, so like, how much can I make? Or how much, let's know, how much do you that you're doing it, how much do you make? I can't come and tell you how much I make. You understand? But what I can tell you is that it is good and is worth doing and it's something that can pay you a whole lot. For example, I started from, self-contained, mini flats, Mapalo, like that. But over time, I grew in the business and I found out that the same demand that I'm receiving for self-contained is almost the same demand I'm receiving for someone that wants to rent a house of 10 million, 5 million, 10 million. And it's still the same agency fee I'm getting for self-contained, 10%. You see the same 10% I'm going to get if I rent a house of 10 million for some people. So I asked myself, would you rather go for 10 million and get agency of 500,000 or 1 million? Or I go for self-contained 500,000 and get agency of 50,000 or 25,000. Which one will you do? And as a wise Igbo man that I am, I made the right choice. You understand?
Exactly.
But that comes with a lot of redefinition about who you are. You understand?
Exactly.
Because my mind has always been clouded around people that have 500,000. I believe 500,000 was a big money. In my eyes, then 500,000 was a big money. But now even 500,000 doesn't have value. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to make, okay, since I think luxury is luxury. Luxury is what pays the bills. Let's go for luxury then.
Okay, so before we start, talking much, on it, I believe there's a journey that you started with.
Yeah.
Okay, getting to these heights, just like what we've been saying since.
Yeah.
It's not just a one-day journey.
Yeah.
Right? There's a process that you actually follow.
Yeah.
That got you to this level.
Yeah.
And I know you've really made a whole lot of money in the real estate,
my
especially in the rental.
It's not
How
a whole
did you
lot.
start?
A whole lot is definition.
How did you start? Because I'm sure a lot of people are there now.
People don't see me outside now and say, this guy, I never blow, I beg go, I never make a whole lot. I'm still upcoming. I beg, help me. Come and rent from us. Come and buy house from us.
Definitely, of course. No, even that way they find the money. I agree. But I think it's a very good one. So somebody is out there now watching this platform as we're talking, okay?
Okay.
How did you start? I'm sure with this, your journey, your story might inspire somebody there.
Okay, first of all, I started with God.
Okay.
Because I can't tell you I started by myself. Because I've tried it before, it didn't work. Being a child of God, growing up from a good family, I've always known that I will end up doing business. So, if you recall, I told you I was doing real estate while I was doing 9 to 5.
Yeah, I said it.
So that was where I started. I just enjoy the fact that you can help people buy land or buy a house, and they appreciate you for it through the agency commission or agency fee that you get. But haven't been betrayed by as many landed property companies. Buy land today, tomorrow they start telling you anything, no integrity, no trust. I abandoned the business. But when things didn't go well for me, I went back to ground zero and I lost every money I had because of other businesses I went into. I went into some businesses. Not that they were not profitable, but I made wrong choices and decisions there. So I went back to ground zero. And that was where I began to seek the face of God because things were so hard for me. I couldn't even afford to go to church and come back. So I would literally go to church and collect, I beg bros, I beg give me 500. Man, that was the level I went back to. Imagine someone that was dealing with 40 million, 35 million, 30 million every month you are making 1.5 or 2 million profit. All of a sudden you just dipped to, I beg give me 200 miles and that transport. So coming from such heights to a zero level again, it was quite troubling. That was why I told you that I started this time around with God. And that has been my sustaining strength. Because I can't tell you that the business is all rosy. I tell you that I'm a big liar. Because it's highly competitive. You understand? And in a business or in a world that is highly competitive, you need an advantage. And for me, that advantage is the Holy Spirit. So he enabled me. In fact, I had to inquire of the Lord. Shall I go into this? In fact, I didn't even say, ask me, which business do you want me to do now? Now that we are back to square one, and now you have my attention, Which business should we now do? Because it's not me now, it's we. Which business should we now do? And I say, I go back to real estate. I will help you. I will bless you there. That's how I started the business. Although that God said it does not mean that you will not pass. God told Abraham, you'll be father of many nations. Abraham had to go through the process of believing it. So God said, go back to real estate. Yeah, I heard it. Me, I know. You can't talk me out of real estate again. Even if I feel I can't leave it. Except God is telling me it's time to leave. I leave now. Say, go back there. There, I will bless you. You see my hand there. So I went there. I started with self-contained, looking for agents that are doing the same thing. Like I said earlier, if you find people that are doing the same thing, associate with them so that they will inspire you through their successes too. And I started, okay, self-contained. It's 300,000. 30K will now come out. You now share it into 5 people. Maybe your own is 2.5. Out of the whole energy you burnt or the hustle. We are managing it, giving glory to God that is going to get better. Not until one day, why scrolling on social media? I said, this social media can orient you. I said it earlier. It can teach you the good and the bad, but it's your choice to see if the one you want to make impact in your life. Scrolling through social media, I came across one agent's post. No, the algorithm is that such you click on something twice, more of that thing will start happening. So I clicked on this agent, so I clicked on that one. That someone he posted a house that is a house rented. The annual rent is 5 million. Agency is 500,000. And I said, you mean this agent now will collect 500,000 if you rent this out for 5 million? Which kind, they want me. I looked at this thing, it should be real. And I followed their page. Over time, I began to see more of other people's pages too. So people are renting a house of 10 million, 5 million. But their agent like me now, say they get too head. If people can post it. Let me start by posting it first. Let it not be that customer did not come. Let me be posting it as they are posting it. You understand? So I don't know where the house is. That's the challenge. I don't have the kind of phone that they have. It became a challenge. I don't even have transport to go to where the house is. Even if I don't know where the house is, it's a challenge. So what do? I made a call. Please, what app can I use to download from Instagram so that I'll use the picture and post on my WhatsApp status? They told me. So if you don't know, you ask. I downloaded. I took some of their pictures. I started putting it on my status. Started posting it on my own Instagram page too. That's how I started. So when I see my post, when I see my company name, and I see my post, and I see the house 5 million. So me say if I can market the house 5 million now. And one thing led to another, After a while, it became my orientation. Far from being my orientation now, you can't consult me. If you consult me that you're looking for self-contained, I'll assign you to my friend.
You've passed that.
And if I assign you, I forget about it. It's not pride. But if you're contacting me for a house, you should contact me for a house for 5 million. If your rent is up to... 5 million now is becoming a challenge because I have 2 clients now that I'm seriously looking for a house for 5 million for them. 2 clients, 3. I've not found. To tell you the demand though. So if you get my attention, if you tell me your budget is 10 million, 8 million, 9, hey, it will shake me. So that is how I started. Over time, looking at another person, see this guy get mind though. So a person will not count 10 million now. In this economy, someone will not count 10 million and rent a house. Is it normal? Anyway, I'm not the one renting. My own is to bridge the gap. I'm the middleman. You are looking for a house. I have a house. Come and pay.
And you are seeing, and there are clients occupying that space.
And what I'm telling you is that, bro, there are demands. People are looking for it. And talking about the real estate sector again, the short-let business now have made it more demanding. People are buying houses for short-let. As I'm talking to you now, a colleague of mine contacted me that he had a client that they're looking for a house at Lekki Phase 1 with pool, a very luxury house with pool, that their budget is 30 million. Annual rent. Why? They want to use it for short-let.
Annual rent.
That's another system. That's another style
System of business.
So they
will rent annually. Wow.
Yes.
And still give it out for
short-let business.
Wow.
So in a day, they can be charging you like 500,000 per day. And there are people that will pay. All this one that rent is going up, that is going on social media. My brother, is the only rent that is going up. What has not gone up now? Tell me. Let's be realistic. So don't talk about landlord is increasing their rent. The same landlord that was using 500,000 to buy something before cannot use that same 500,000 to buy it now. So why won't he increase his rent? Why do you want everything to increase and rent should not increase? Is it not someone that built the house? You understand what I'm saying? So there are opportunities in the rental business, and it's not difficult. Find someone who have succeeded. Humble yourself. Nobody can be exalted without being humbled.
That's a good one. Okay, there is this narrative because I personally have been with this mindset, but from what you're saying now, there is like
A change of
Yeah.
mindset, because a lot of people have this notion that renters and all this stuff is not lucrative. It's not like a lucrative business.
Does it like all these local agents?
they don't look
work? They'll carry Okada.
Yeah, they normally sees it as something
Suffering business.
Suffering.
Because of those type of what do you call it? Agent that wear shoe that has that have chopped, or the soul has chopped half. The soul is now bending like an old man. Anyways, it's because, like I said, social media is one of the biggest educator.
That's true.
It can educate you on anything you want. And you know, the negative sides of social media that enable things trend, sometimes you don't have to amplify those negativities. And if you keep fixing your eyes on them, it will become your orientation. You understand? I have colleagues that they move around with Benz, GLE. And it's not the accessory, it's not rental. It's their own car.
They're into the same
Lexus.
renter, like this same real estate.
Yes, if you call them to rent the house, they pull up with GLE. Sharp one is not like if they open the door, the kind of AC that will ooze. You'll be asking yourself, is it the owner of the house? Or is it you can't even think that it's the agent.
Packaging.
Do you understand me? So is how you package yourself. You understand? You can't be doing luxury and you're not luxury, you don't look luxury, or you don't look rich. The person himself not go believe you, go think say na scam you be. You understand? So you must come to that understanding that if you are dealing with billionaires, look like one of them.
Like one of them is Ali.
Look like one of them. Think like one of them. And the beauty of it that it gives you access to people you can never think you don't have access to. If I tell you the people on my contact list, but I don't do non-disclosure something. But because I know who you are, I can't go and be telling people. If I tell you people that directors of big organizations, some of them rent house in Banana Island where you can rent 3-4 bedroom for 50 million per year. Then they managing directors of huge construction companies. On a normal day, I can't have access to them. But the business have given me access. Why? Because I choose to position myself where you can't do. As long as you think of rent, you must find a way to contact me. As long as you are going through online looking for an agent, you must find me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why I love what you guys are doing, allowing us to share our experience so that people can be encouraged and learn.
Exactly.
You understand? Because there are ways to go about everything. There is nothing that there is no solution to. There is nothing. You are okay. For example, now you are thinking of starting. Okay, I want you to go into the real estate business. How do I go about it? I will tell you my own. The first person that told me about real estate was one woman like that. That's my first time of hearing the word real estate. I was not like, how can estate be real? I was even asking stupid questions. I had DSC already. But I was asking, how can real estate be real? She said, go and Google it. And I truly went to Google it. From Googling it, I went to YouTube. I typed, what is real estate? Show me real estate. I started seeing videos popping out. I started watching the videos. Before I know it, I'm educating myself. I woke up the next day, I continued. How can I get into real estate? I saw video. Someone was talking about how I can venture into real estate. So every solution is out there already. Someone have made a video about it. Why are you using your data to watch skits that will not help your destiny? That will not put money in your pocket.
Okay. Thank you so much for this. Okay. Now let's look at the aspect of scammers, because I noticed one thing, anything that has advantage usually have some
Yeah.
funny disadvantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So now I noticed one thing in this same cost of real estate.
Yeah.
Okay. I noticed that most scammers masquerade themselves
Yeah.
in the same business.
Yeah.
You understand? I don't know if you have encountered such.
Ah.
How true is that? And because I noticed that most agents are falling to victim.
Yeah.
Scammers, they're very dangerous.
I'm one of them now.
You've encountered it?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm a marketer. I spend a lot of money in marketing. You can't be a
Wow.
successful realtor. I don't spend money in adverts.
Hmm.
Now money they use find money.
How person won't contain load them? Because this thing
You know,
is very serious.
and a scammer will trace you. There are some, scamming comes with a high level intelligence.
That's true.
For those that are aiming big. They are cheap scammers. They are low budget scammers. They don't have money. Low budget. For those ones that will call you and tell you, we are from EcoBank. You notice that your account, send us the code now that will come to your phone.
They want to have WhatsApp. A low budget.
It's really low budget scammer.
Meanwhile, there are scammers that are aiming for people like us that have gone beyond startup stage. You know what I'm talking about? That have gone beyond startup stage. Because they know that people like us, money they move us. If you tell us that, you ask what's your budget? My budget is 200 million. Hey, 200 million. In my head, I've already calculated my percentage. So whatever it will cost or take for me to make that sure that you pay the money, I will do it. You understand? So those people they capitalize on your greed, they capitalize on your personality, they capitalize a lot of things. And if you're not careful, they will sweep you into their net and they will defraud you. Unlike my own case, and they masquerade themselves in a lot of platforms. And you see these type of people, they run adverts on their business page.
Really?
So you come to their business page, they are legit. They run ads, so you believe that they are not fake. See, you don't see this scammer, they run ad. My brother, things they happen though. So you have no reason to
It's wrong ad where you think they are
standard ad.
they say they mean business.
So you can't suspect them. As a realtor, they can scam you. You are the one selling to somebody. Someone contacted you that he wants to buy a house or he wants to rent a house. You now that you want to help the person find the house that he wants to rent or buy, you will not be the one paying the person. How do you end up paying a buyer of a house? Someone that tells you wants to buy a house, you end up paying him money.
Wait. And they will put it in their pocket and still and pay. No be juju be that.
My brother, everything no be na intelligence. So intelligence, because in dealing with high volume amount, if you're telling me 100 million now, to me 100 million is like 10 million naira now. Because my mind has swallowed it. You understand? If you say 500 million, I'm not going to look down on you. I'll give you your maximum respect, but I will not have the feeling I'm talking to a billionaire because I don't see plenty of honor. You understand? Yeah. So you see, these people they're everywhere. Some of them, their target are not buyers. Their target are sellers like us. You know, so and it's even in the rental business as well. You know what I'm saying? They're the rental business. There is this a client of mine. We have been looking for a house for her, a 4-bedroom, apartment in Lekki Phase 1 or Ikoyi. We did a tireless search. Funny enough, she contacted me through the platform I run advert. And that's where I got to meet her. And I took her to some few properties, but it didn't really work out. I didn't like it, so I relented. I started doing another search. She started contacting other agents from the same platform. Now, she contacted this agent. The agent, they booked inspection. On the day of the inspection, the agent did not come, but the agent gave her the address to the property. She went to the property and she met the security man. They said, we want to inspect the property. That so and so person gave her a number to call. So she said, okay, I know him. Give her access. She liked the property. She now said, okay, how do I go about it and other stuff? Now I said, I don't need to stress yourself. So let me give you landlord number. She collected landlord number. Landlord is one of the scammers. So it's a planned work. Security man is also one of the scammers. He was positioned there to make sure that when the lady came, she comes, you attend to the lady. You can see how they plan. The saving grace of that woman was that the house we're talking about was 20 million naira house. They were willing to rent it for 11.5. They don't negotiate rent like that. Especially in Lekki phase one, they don't negotiate rent like that. As at that time I'm talking about, they don't negotiate rent like that now. So my brother, the saving grace the woman had was she started telling me about the deal. She was like, that's even true, Seth. There's this house I checked, but my mind is telling me that this house is not. The value is too. This house shouldn't be, even if it's cheap, they will give you 18 million. But 12 or 11.5, I'm doubting it. He said, and I said, when she started talking like that, let me see the picture. When she said, I said, madam, this house is not available. Well, I know that they told her that she was speaking to a landlord. And the landlord is expecting his payment today. I said, madam, no go pay. Oh. Before she could conclude whatever, I told her, okay, this is how you started. This is how you have gone so far. And this is where you are going. This is what you have done now. And how do I know? I said, because they've dealt with me too. I uploaded a property there for sale. Somebody claimed for that it's from Abuja. He contacted me that he wants to buy. But he's still serving his Oga. I'm sure one day we see this video. You know it's the one I'm talking about. That he's still serving his Oga. But his Oga is a drug dealer. But armed robbers came, they wanted to steal, they stole a huge amount of money. If you see story
that went down.
then I was still money to the shark me now. I want chop money where. I never know say God help me. Oh. The guy was telling me that the day the armed robbers came, that he stole the money from his Oga's house, from his Oga's bedroom. So it now looked like as if it's the armed robber that made away with it. So his Oga was not really, going after the money, because plus the money was not clean. It was a drug dealer and all that stuff. I believed him. And I said, okay, so how do you want to pay for the house? Because the house was 95 million. He said his budget was 100 and he liked the house. So how do you want to pay? And I said, I cannot move the money cash. If you move it cash now, all these custom people, they will start shopping on. I said, how do you not want to do it? Do you want to move it by flight? I said, flight, okay. Give an excuse again. How do you want to do by road, Kwano? How? Talk to them. Then I said, okay, fine. I should come to Abuja. You send flight ticket. I should come to Abuja and come and pick it up from where he is. That if he leaves shop too much, his Oga will complain when he comes back. And I said, let's say this one are real low. And I thought of the risk of going to Abuja to and fro with flights. And I have not even met you. I've never done video call before. I changed my mind. I told him I cannot go. Again, I said, okay, that is going to do way bill. Imagine stacked cash of 98 million. Want to do it way bill. Myself, I know even the thing, sir. Early in the morning around for the guy, my phone was buzzing. I said, what's in this up now? Why are you calling me too much like this? I said that custom people, they stopped him on the road and they're asking for a document, and the document is not complete. And they see that he put the money inside the freezer. So the smallest size of the freezer, he put it inside there so that when they search for it, and he did a padlock to he said when they saw the box that they were questioning the driver. The driver is saying that he's one customer get load, kiniko. And I say, who is the customer? And I say, now one guy for Abuja. And I say, you should call him. Him now called me. And before in the custom is nice, they want to see this. And I say, custom, you don't need to see me to talk to custom. Custom now part of them.
One of them.
Wait, now I'm sure they say all of them in one room then they.
Hi.
In fact, if you see how I even contacted the guy, if the guy didn't contact me directly. It was his sister in Lagos that was so alleged. I don't even know. I don't claim I've been alleged. He's the one that contacted me. My brother wants to buy a house, but he's still under his Oga. He wants to buy a house. He's a young man. That sister is also part of them.
Even women also.
Today, they're why. Women, they do yahoo now. No. Women, they do fraud though.
I saw
but there are not many. It's not
I saw a video recently where they captured some gangs of robbers like that. The person powering that team, there are 3 ladies. Then the rest supporting them are just guys. The guys are like the errand people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, see, systemized. Before I know it, the sister, okay, let me give you my brother's number and I'll give your number to my brother. My brother will be able to now start calling you. After I finish, but just call me, I can come and check the house before he makes payment. He said, okay.
Wow.
They called custom. Custom said, if you don't allow us to break the box here, if you say custom, leave that in, we will settle down. How much you want collect? The man will say, give me 250,000. I said, Oga, that thing where they don't make it ammo. I don't know anything, no, 250K. We talk. I sent 50,000. As I sent 50,000, they say they don't receive them. But our gonna come collect 50,000 again. So now 100,000 you go collect now. I say, Now again, my mind just tell me, say, oh, you falling for scam. Oh. Don't fall for scam. Say, hey.
I'm talking about scammers in the industry. I believe that every industry have that. There are scammers in every industry. But what do you think? Can government regulate this? Yeah. Can government regulate it?
Not directly. I would say not directly. But it's left for the people involved in the business to coordinate themselves in such a manner that we reduce the influence of fraudsters and scammers. And what do I mean by this? If they can form an association and get everyone registered, you understand? And create an awareness of the association to the public, such that if you want to rent a property and you contact me, before I start dealing with you, even to first going for inspection, you must show me your association ID.
That's true.
You understand? And that association ID should come with some charges. You understand? Should come with some levy, some charges. You understand? And the board of association must have verified that you are legit in what you do. Yeah. So in that way, it can enhance trust from house hunters or people that are looking for houses to agents. It can establish strong trust. Like one of the things that the platform I'm using did for me is that they certified me, but it took them 2 years. I never applied for the certification. It took them 2 years. After one day like this, after I finished renewing my advert, after a while, I saw a notification saying, kindly fill this form to verify your account. I didn't apply. I didn't pay anyone. After I finished filling the form, after like 2 hours, they put verified on my page, on my company page. You understand? So it works like that. So for me, that's one of the, measures I see that can, because there are a lot of scammers. Even someone can package as a luxury realtor, a realtor that deals in luxury, and still come and scam you that they are a billionaire.
Yeah. And something I say about scamming, there's one particular thing I always say about scamming. These guys grow. The same way technology is advancing. Permit me to say that the first level of scamming was very, very poor compared to what is happening now. There is these guys I saw online that they caught and they were beaten. They were doing one chance, telling story, and the moment they told the man the story, he called other guys, say we don't catch them. And they started beating because and I saw the elderly men, they have not advanced. Because these recent guys, they always advance to every new if you set a barricade that okay, this is a new thing, like what you just said now, we're thinking, okay, if we set this barricade, these guys have devised means that they will break through that barricade. Yeah, but it will not be much. It will reduce it. Because if government does not bring up measure that will reduce scamming, it will drastically increase. I'm looking at how will 5 years be from now? Because now, a lot of youth are looking at this thing as an occupation in Nigeria.
Yeah, you're right. But, what government really don't need to start driving strict measures. However, if that be the choice, they can go ahead. But rather than drive strict measures, and your strict measures is affecting those that are legit in the business, why not create good employment opportunities for undergraduates as they are coming out from school, finishing their NYS? They are getting a good paying job. Not that it pays them so much because they are seeing their parents out, but at least something that can help them with transport, and at the end of the day, still have good savings. You understand? Then secondly, they've increased minimum wage, you're gonna increase minimum wage now. You understand? It's part of why people will choose scamming, because meaning what is minimum wage of 33,000 in our economy today? So it's not necessarily, scrutinizing, but creating more employment opportunities. Let's there be hope for undergraduates. You understand? Look at what we are doing now. It's people like you and me now that is employing. You own the media, you employ 2 people. This one own this business, you employ 3 people. That one only employ 2 people. If government should fund us or give us access to the kind of funds that we need, we can employ more people.
Exactly.
So it's also empowering already existing small-scale businesses, making this loan or funds or grants easily accessible. And monitor it, because they are hijackers.
Yeah.
Like the ones that stopped the blessing of Daniel. I hijack the guy, bless you, say, you're going to collect her. You won't go set people free. I don't free them. So they are blessing hijackers. So you have to monitor it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
From his pointer now, what he's trying to point out is that if government will make more employment and make things a little bit softer, we're going to have less people subscribing for scam.
Yes, like I said, not just even for employment, increasing minimum wage,
Yes.
creating more job opportunities that are easily accessible, because there are so many opportunities that are not easily accessible.
Easily accessible.
Creating, increasing minimum wage, you understand? Empowering small-scale businesses with funds that are easily accessible and verifiable. Not audio.
Audio funding.
You are giving 70 million families 150,000. What was that?
I've seen a lot of empowerment now for businesses. See, imagine telling you that okay, you're running this business. Government is saying, okay, we are making budget of maybe like so and so billion to empower small scale business, and then it's just audio. So they just say it and they minus it from the budget. So we took so amount to empower, and no small business is empowered. So what are we saying?
Some of them, they will orchestrate that kind of
It's political gain now.
Yes, for their own personal interests. I get it now. So they will now push it out there, thinking that it's something that
aside from
people can actually take advantage of, whereas it's just for their own interest.
Aside from just it being even in their own interests, is so that they can easily steal the money.
That's it.
That's true.
So that money that is meant for the people,
that's it.
They can easily steal it. So it's become a very big challenge in a developing nation like Nigeria, and the victims or the great victims are the youth.
Honestly, because many of them,
the youth,
they don't intend to even want to become a scam, but because of the situation and all that, and that is why we have this kind of platform to be able to rearrange their thinking pattern. And also show them that there are several opportunities that they can actually embark.
Several opportunities, my brother.
And I'm sure if you are there watching this platform, don't just watch one part, because if you check this particular discussion, it touches different areas. So I'm going to encourage you to take your time, sit down, watch, because there are some parts that will be of concern to you that will actually help you. Honestly, Mr. Peter Ilo has really done justice to all of this. And, I can't really wait to have him again for other, because I'm sure there are a lot of things to address in society. I can't really wait to have it again. Then lastly, the question I want to ask is this, what's your, so people are still there, just like we've already said all. Finally, a word of encouragement to the young family that are bringing up their children. Because most times what to really make up a society is as a result of what from the parents, parental background and all that. What's your encouragement for, young ladies now bringing up their children up, to measure up with the society? How can they teach their children to be responsible and take the right step that will lead them to their destination?
Young family that are raising up their children.
Exactly.
The honest truth is that you can't even train a child beyond what you know. So the the sad part of it is that God is holding you responsible. God is holding you responsible. And you can't train a child beyond what you know. So the onus is on you to know and know. To know and to want to know and to continue to know. You see, do you know that God began to reveal to me that wealth is knowledge. And it's not just knowledge, it's application of knowledge. Every billionaire on earth has a secret knowledge that he's working with. And he's vast in knowledge, not just caricature knowledge. He is vast. He's well equipped. If you call him to talk on any subject matter, he will talk on it very well. That's wealth. You understand? And as parents, it's also good that we transfer this ideology, and things to our children, especially these new age parents now.
Exactly.
You understand? Firstly, teach them the way of the Lord, because nothing keeps a child. If God hand is not involved, that child is going to go. He will slip off your hand. Especially if you not take them outside country when they are young, they will forget that you are their father one day. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we must bring them up in the way of the Lord first. Then we must have a culture in us, the parents, that they are looking at and they are imitating. Especially for the fathers, for the men. Your sons are looking at you. Whatever you are doing, they are looking at it. How you are loving the mother, they are looking at it. How you are shouting at the mother, they are looking at it. And those are the memories that will stay in their head. It's far teachable than what you tell them, do this and don't do this. Children learn faster by observation than the one you are telling them, do it this way, don't do it that way. So if we must have a law-abiding citizen, future law-abiding citizens, future responsible male and females, you understand? It starts from the family, like you said. It's the smallest unit in the society. And that's when it starts from the parent, you and me. That if you have child, you must be intentional and deliberate. That this child that is under me, I must train this child well. Which means I will give this child my time. I'll give the child, I'll bring my time, I'll bring my resources, I'll bring my strength to make sure that he or she turns out well, because that's the only way we can have a safe economy.
Yes, sir.
That's the only way we can have a safe country. The Agberos under the street, they were someone's child. They were better they were once in the womb. Imagine that. They were once babies, breastfeeding. But now look at their turnout. The kidnappers in the bush, they were once someone's children. The bandits, the killer men, the herdsmen, the gunmen, and all of the men that are doing the men things. You know what I'm talking about? So all these people were once people's children. But the question is, who was the father and who was the mother? So there's a whole responsibility on parenting. And that is why there are books for parenting. You don't know, people think that they can just be parent, just like that, because you are married, you just turn out parent and your parenting will be nice. It's a lie, yo. If you went to school, I studied accounting in Unilag, and I did that for 4 years. I think it was even 5 or 4 years. Some people do engineering for 5 years. You do law for 5 years. After you come out, you still go to law school for 1 year. That's 6 years. Just so that you will have a certificate that you are now a lawyer. Who told you that you can just be a father just like that and not have no knowledge of fatherhood? Like just a natural thing. It's not a natural thing. Or gaga and learn it. Who told you that you can be a good mother just like that? If our parents have made the mistake, our responsibility is to correct it and let the next generation see that being a father can be learned. Being a good mother can be learned. There are so many bad fathers today. There are so many bad mothers. And as a result, bad children. And as a result, bad community. As a result, bad society. And as a result, bad country, bad nation, bad continent.
That's how it spread.
You understand? So everything can be learned. Everything can be taught. To be a good mother, if you can go to, you are a child of God, you've given your life to Christ, you still have to go to, and you know you have the calling of God upon your life. You go to Bible school now.
Yes.
They will teach you. Even if you're an herbalist, your calling is to be an herbalist. You will still do apprenticeship. You will do apprenticeship, and in that apprenticeship, you know how to serve cola and serve.
Yes.
You understand? So who taught us that I can just be a father and I will be well? Who gave us that thought or that orientation? Or I can just be a mother and all will be well? Why do you think that when a young mother gives birth to her first child, the mother comes to do omogo? It's because that young mother does not know how to even bathe a baby. He does not know how to even make her stomach go inside. She does not know how to manage her husband, manage breastfeeding baby, and manage the home affairs. So the mother who has experience and years of experience comes to educate her by staying with her there. That's one-on-one mentorship.
Exactly.
You understand? It's in that process that mother being around that she will now, learn how to, when the baby is crying or when you finish feeding the baby, tap the baby's chest, turn the back, rub the back.
Exactly.
Normally, if she did not tell you, you cannot know.
And you just think it's normal thing. It's not normal thing.
You understand? So you give birth and your stomach have not gone inside. You need someone to tell you what to do. In fact, do you know of recent, I've started asking because there's a woman that sells near my office. This woman I don't born see so. And if you see her body, I have to ask her, madam, there's no verse. Here's something why I see and it's in the bother me. I bet no verse I go ask you. Now, personal question. What thing you do will make you after you born sis, your body still dey like this? The woman laugh. I say, why they ask that kind of question? I say, madam, me and woman go dey house and she go born me I no go let me belle big go. No be lie, I dey lie. That thing where you do now, I won't make it tell me now. So in case she no know, make I help am. Make I advise her. She can't say, okay, that's what she started telling me. I put here, sit down. Giving me this one. I say, eh? So this thing is there. So now, so person no go feel no one like this now. You can't go to trouble the woman we don't almost kill herself for labor room. Can't they disturb am? Say your stomach too big. You saw me find how you go take help her. You understand? So even you as a man, to be a good husband too, you have to learn women things. It's even in the Bible, husband, dwell with your wife according to knowledge. It's in Bible. So you must know how to dwell with them according to knowledge. So it's not just women. It takes knowledge to dwell in everything in life. To dwell in this business now because you know it. I can't come and dwell here. I can't come and make this business work. I'll crash everything. Likewise, you can't come and be doing real estate that I'm doing. It will take you a long while before you adapt. You understand? So nothing just happens. So that's what I have to say.
You said so much. A little recap from today. Mr. Peters, we want to say a very big thank you for today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, but before I close, I just want to give us a little highlight from what we have discussed so far. I might not touch everything. He started by telling us that one of the easiest way for you to scale forward is to follow somebody who is already in that part, is to serve somebody who is already in that part. And there's something I'm just hearing for the first time, and he said the first capital you need for anything is you. You are your first capital. So invest in skill, invest in knowledge, learning new things. Yeah. And apprenticeship, learning something, you learn something that has not been before, it adds value to you and you become your first capital. Mr. Peter, it has been a wonderful time having you today in our studio and we really appreciate your coming. Thank you so much, sir. We look forward having you more time again and again, because I believe there is a lot of people in this platform that wants to hear from him, and what you're hearing is really, really impactful. This is somebody teaching us from an experience, something he has seen. This is beyond what he has read, but something that he has handled with his hands. And we really appreciate him. And remember, this is Orange Vibe, business and lifestyle. We draw our curtains for today. We look forward to having you next time. And for more discussions, and stay here, you're going to be richly blessed.
If you have any question that is bothering you, drop it on the comment section.
Drop it on the comment section.
We'll
do justice to that.